Our story today is about the Satanic Temple of America. Now, many of you may not have heard of them. That's a very good thing. They were the feature of a major award-winning documentary called Hail Satan a few years back. And what that documentary revealed and what their actions since have revealed is that they are essentially abortion activists, and they've been campaigning hard for abortion for years. They are, believe it or not, the Satanists are a tax-exempt religious organization. They're based in Salem, Massachusetts, which they chose because of the infamous witch hunts a couple of centuries ago. And they claim not to believe in a literal Satan, and they certainly don't believe in God, but they do describe abortion as a religious ritual and a, quote, sacramental act that confirms the rights of bodily autonomy. In other words, the Satanists basically worship themselves, and Satan, no doubt, very much approves. In fact, the Satanic Temple has been seeking to weaponize religious liberty laws to have abortion declared a sacrament. And Lucien Greaves, the creepy founder of the temple, has raffled a free abortion. And in 2021, he spearheaded an Abortion Saves Lives billboard campaign in Texas. I've written about this before, and Lucien Greaves, the satanic founder, actually started taking shots at me on Twitter, which did make me feel very fulfilled. The Satanic Temple is now taking matters into its own hands. They've launched what they call Samuel Alito's Mom's Satanic Abortion Clinic, which they named after the pro-life Supreme Court justice appointed by George Bush, who authored the Dobbs decision which overturned Roe v. Wade. And they described this as, quote, an online clinic that provides religious medication abortion care. The clinic provides abortion medication via mail to those in New Mexico who wish to perform the Satanic Temple's religious abortion ritual, which is brutally killing your baby in the womb. The website for this so-called clinic includes a really cruel cartoon of a woman who's identified as Samuel Alito's mom, and in the cartoon she's saying, if only abortion was legal when I was pregnant. In other words, we wish that Samuel Alito had been killed in the womb. And the site also assures visitors that, quote, patients pay a pharmacy for the medication, but the medical and religious services are free. And Lucien Greaves celebrated this on X, saying, quote, happy second Satanic Abortion Clinic opening day, because that's where we are in 2024. They've now opened a second clinic, this one in Virginia, which is, of course, predictably billed as the world's second Satanic Abortion Clinic. And I want to read, I'm not going to direct anybody to their site, but I'll read what they wrote here. Today marks the opening of the Satanic Temple Health's second telehealth abortion clinic in Virginia, serving the state and surrounding region. Just like our New Mexico clinic, our services will be free of charge, with patients only needing to cover the cost of medication through a third party at a low price. We have been fighting back against the efforts to restrict abortion access in the following years after the catastrophic Dobbs decision. While many clinics have been forced to shut down, we took a bold step forward by opening the world's first religious abortion clinic on February 14, 2023. And since then, we have proudly offered over 100 abortions in New Mexico at no cost to patients. With an average cost of $91 per procedure, we provide the lowest cost option for pregnancy terminations in the state. No doubt the Satanists are Democratic voters. The Satanists also go to great length to emphasize that abortion is their sacrament. They say on their site, the Satanic Temple is the leading beacon of light in the battle for abortion access. With Roe v. Wade overturned, a religious exemption will be the only available challenge to many restrictions to access. The Satanic Temple stands alone because we are the only entity that can assert a religious liberty claim that terminating a pregnancy is a central part of a religious ritual that encourages self-empowerment and affirms bodily autonomy. And so they said this means that the imposition of waiting periods and mandatory counseling is akin to demanding a waiting period in counseling before one can be baptized or receive communion. So in their mind, the physical destruction of a human being developing in the womb is similar to baptism or communion. It's no surprise to those of us who work in the pro-life movement that the primary preoccupation of Satanists is abortion. I've seen people outside abortion clinics walking into abortion clinics yell, "Hail Satan." And I really think that anybody who has spent any amount of time standing in front of abortion clinics really does feel a really dark and oppressive energy at these places of death, these fields of blood. It's hard to describe. I know many other Christians who are outside abortion clinics every single day will say they very much feel that abortion clinics are often very demonic areas. I don't know if Lucien Greaves of the Satanic Temple believes in actual demons, but I can assure him that the demons very much do believe in him. And in many ways, one of the reasons this is so sort of horrifying in a very chilling way is that abortion is the demonic inversion of the gospel message. The gospel message is my body broken for you. And of course, the message of abortion is I'll break your body for me. It's the precise inversion of the gospel message. Satan can't invent anything. He can't create anything. He can only twist things. And so abortion is really the perfect satanic sacrament. The brutal killing of a child created in God's image, the hardening of the consciences of all those involved in the procedure. Every day, God brings into being little children who are created in his image, who have never existed before and will never exist again. And every day at abortion clinics across Canada, the United States, the West, we carve return to sender into their corpses and we pitch them back into eternity. Abortion is the most important issue that faces anyone. It's why, despite the unpopularity of some of my opinions, even politically, there's nothing more important than this. The Satanists realize this, and voters need to realize this as well. Thank you so much for joining the Bridgehead this week. We hope you found it helpful. As always, if you enjoyed it, please do like the video, share it around, subscribe, tell your friends to subscribe, leave a comment. You can heckle or harass me in the comments. And if you have some ideas of subjects you really think that we should be covering, you can drop those too. Otherwise, you can find us wherever you get your podcast content. Thanks so much for listening.